All right, so today we're gonna make some organic weed killer. The cool thing about all of this is you can buy this stuff at the store. You don't need any special license or anything, and it's relatively inexpensive. You need 3 ingredients. You need distilled vinegar, white vinegar. You need this dishwashing liquid because it's gonna act as a surfactant, which will make the mixture stay on the foliage of whatever leaf or whatever you spray it on. Now keep in mind, whatever you spray this on is going to potentially die. So if you don't want this killing your grass or any other plants, then you don't want to spray the final product, because this will pretty much kill anything that you put on it as far as grass, plants, things of that nature. You need 3 ingredients. You need some Epsom salt, in which you're going to put 1.5 cups of Epsom salt into your sprayer. Got a sprayer here. So 1.5 cups of Epsom salt. They say about 2 tablespoons of the dishwashing liquid, but I never measure it. I just squeeze the, what I think is about 2 tablespoons into the container. And you're going to use this whole gallon of vinegar. I think the vinegar is maybe around $2. You can get a cheap dishwashing liquid or whatever. You don't have to buy a brand name. And Epsom salt, you probably get this 8-pound bag for maybe about $5 over at Walmart. With all the stuff that's been going on with the weed killers, causing illnesses, we're not gonna call any names or any brands, then I think this is a good route to go, especially if you're not licensed, you don't have any experience to be spraying chemicals like that. Then plus you don't want to take that risk anyway. So here's a better alternative that you can spray. You don't need any gloves, because these are regular household products that you can pick up at any supermarket, or you can order online. All right, so what we're gonna do is open this up. All right, and the blue stuff that's in here is just a like an indicator spray, indicator dye, I'm sorry, and that just lets you know where you've sprayed and what's not been sprayed, because that can get a bit confusing when you're out spraying stuff. So all right, so we're gonna put our gallon of, we probably should put the Epsom salt in here first. I'm gonna be working with one hand, so I'm gonna get something to cut this with. That's a full cup of this Epsom salt. Pour it in. And a half it doesn't have to be like a perfect measurement. We're not making a cake. This is a obviously weed killer, so pour that in. All right, so now I'm gonna squeeze into here what I think is about 2 tablespoons. All right, that should be good. And you're gonna pour in a gallon of vinegar, and the reason why you want to put that in last is because if you put the solution in first, or that part in, then you try to put your Epsom salt in, you might end up making a mess all over the place. Not gonna hurt anything, but just for convenience. So we want to take this and pour this whole gallon of white distilled vinegar into the container. And this already has a little bit of blue indicator solution in there. So the only thing you need, again, is 1 gallon of white distilled vinegar, dishwashing liquid. None of this stuff has to be brand name either, and Epsom salt. So that's 1.5 cups of Epsom salt, 2 tablespoons of dishwashing liquid, and 1 gallon of vinegar, and that's all you need. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that it has not rained, I would say 2 days prior to you putting this on the weeds or grass that you want to kill, and you want to be sure that it's not going to rain 2 days after to get the most effective, because you want the plant that you're trying to kill, or the grass or the weeds, to soak all of this up, and you don't want the rain to come in and wash wash this out before it's able to take effect and effectively kill what you're spraying it on. So this is a great option if you're into organic gardening, especially if you have your kids or pets out in the yard, or if you and your spouse, your wife, is out, doing things in the flower beds. You don't want to be spraying harmful weed killers out, in those areas when you have this alternative. I mean, this is completely safe, organic option. It'll kill weeds, it'll kill grass. I've seen some instances where my neighbor used it, and he was able to kill off some ivy and some other things that he had in his yard. But it's safe. Number one, it's very effective. You may have to spray it. Just say if the standard chemical, you may be able to spray that every 30 days. This may last you in a 3-week. If you're lucky, you may be able to get a month of time between sprayings. But this is what I'm going to be using. I encourage you guys to use it if you're watching. It's safe, easy to use, and you can buy these things very inexpensive right out of your local grocery store, and you can order it online. All right, once again, this is Tony with Greener Fields Lawn Care. Thank you for watching.